All right, so here's the key. Marcia walked 1.5 miles to school yesterday morning. After school, she walked 3/4 of a mile to her aunt's house. How many miles did she walk in all yesterday? So it first says estimate. So if I have 1.5 and a little bit more than half, so this is going to be more than 2, less than 2.5, because this isn't 1. This is over 1. It would be more than 2.5. Find the exact answer. So we have 1.5 plus 3/4. That equals 1. So I need to change my halves to fourths if I can, which I can, by multiplying by 2. 2/4 plus 3/4 equals 1 5/4. But I wouldn't say 1 5/4 miles. That doesn't make any sense. I would have to recognize there's a whole number in here. There's 1, and I'm going to add that to my 1 there. So I have 2 1/4 miles. And that was more than my 2 and less than 2.5, 2 1/4. All right, here we go. Let's do some adding or subtracting. First, I'm going to look at that. I see it's subtracting. So I have 1 5/10 minus 4/10. Now I look at the denominators. They're the same, so I just subtract the numerators, and I get 1 1/10. I have 7/4 minus 3/4. I look at those denominators. They're the same. I don't need to change anything. I'm able to subtract the numerators. 7/4 minus 3/4 is 4/4. And again, if I'm a mathematician, I'm going to put 1 there, because that's 4 divided by 4, which is 1. Now I have 4/12 plus 1 2/3. Okay, my denominators are not the same. I am adding, so let's see, 4/12 plus 1. So if I think about this thirds, can I turn thirds into 12ths? Yep, I sure can by multiplying by 4. So I'm multiplying that 2 by 4, and I get 8. Remember, we're multiplying by 4 over 4, right, which is multiplying by 1. So now I have 4/12 plus 1 and 8/12. So that's going to give me 1, and 8 plus 4 is 12. 12s, again, I'm a mathematician. I should understand that that is 1. So I'm going to change this answer to 2, because that was 1 and 12/12, or 1 and 1 whole, which is 2. All right, going over here, 2. So I have 1 2/3 plus 1 6. I'm adding. I look at the denominators. They're different. I do see I can turn thirds into sixths. So by multiplying by 2, so I have 1 4/6 plus 1/6, and that's going to give me 1 5/6, and that's a good answer. Again, if you did 18, right, you were like, 3 times 6 is 18, 12, 3, 15, 18ths. Okay, that's okay. It's not like level 4 quality work. It's like an I can do it. It's not an I'm going beyond, because you're not thinking about it, you're just reacting to it. So we want to think. All right, 3.5 minus 2 1/3. And we're subtracting. So I have 3.5 minus 2 and something thirds. So what is that going to turn into? I'm going to do my 2's here. 2, 4, 6. It's going to be 6, isn't it? 3, 6. Yeah. So 6 and 6. So I'm going to do 3 and something sixths minus 2 and something sixths. So 1/2 equals 3/6, multiplying both by 3. 2/3 equals 4/6, multiplying both by 2. So now I have this 3/6 minus 4/6 over here. Oof. So now I have to start thinking, right? So here, I think I'm going to go to my handy dandy number line. So I start at 3 3/6, and I'm going to remove 2 4/6. So let me remove the 2 first. So I'm going to remove 2, and that gets me to 1 1.5, 1 3/6. And now I have 4/6 left. Well, if I take away 3/6, that's going to get me to 1. And I have 1/6 left. So I take away 1/6, and that's going to get me to 5/6. So my answer is, equals 5/6. All right, now we have 3.5 minus 2 5/9. Same sort of thing. I'm subtracting. My denominators are different. They have to be the same. And 9's not even, so I can't simply do that. So it's 9 plus is 18. So I'm going to go 18ths, 3, and it's going to be 9/18 minus 2, and I'm doubling that, 10/18. Same sort of thing here, right? I see that. We had 3, 6, 4, 6, 9/18, 10/18. So I'm going to do my number line again. 3 and 9/18. I'm going to take away 2 to get the 1 and 9/18. I'm going to take away 9/18 to get to 1, and that's one more. If I take away 9 of those 10, there's one more, so that means I'm at 17/18. Cool. Fill in the missing fraction or mixed number in each equation. So they have an example, 1 5/6 plus something equals 2. So I just need 1/6 more to get to 2. So 6/10 plus something equals 1. So that's going to be, I'm 4/10 shy, so that's going to be 4/10. I could put 2/5 there if I was very fancy. Very fancy. 2 wholes, I have 1 4/12, so I need to get this to 12/12. So I'm going to add 8/12 to it. 3 equals 1 7/8. So I'm at 1 7/8. How do I get to 3? Well, 1/8 will get me to 2, and then one more. You could be drawn. That would actually be a very nice strategy, wouldn't it? So if I'm at 1 7/8 and my destination is 3, how am I going to get there? So if I add 1, that gets me to 2 7/8, and now I just have 1/8 more to go. And so that's where I got that 1 1/8. All right, 2 equals 10/12 plus something. Well, to get to 1 whole is 2/12 more. Right, that gets me to 1. I'm at 10/12, I'm trying to get to 2. I can do 1 2/12 to get to 1, and then another 1 whole to get to 2. So 1 2/12, and 2 6/8 plus something gets me to 4. So you can start at 2 6/8, ending at 4. So I'm going to move 1 2/8, and that gets me to 3, and then one more. That would be 1 2/8. On the back, Matthew read 2/3 of a book. Craig read 4/5 of the same book. Who read more? How much more? All right, so first we need to compare 2/3 and 4/5. All right. One thing I can do is I can play around with equivalent fractions. I can try and make the numerator the same or the denominator. I could try and make the numerator 4, right? So I could change 2/3 to 4/6 and compare that to 4/5. So same amount of pieces. These pieces are bigger, so 4/5 is more than 2/3. If I wanted to look at the denominators, I'm going to make those 15ths. So that would be 10/15. That's what 2/3 is compared to 12/15. So again, still the same. So Craig read more. And now we have to find out how much more. We subtract 4/5 minus 2/3. This isn't going to help us because the denominators aren't the same, but this one will. So that equals 10/15. Oops, no. See, I put 2/3 there. That's going to really mess me up, isn't it? I'm glad I caught that. So this is 12/15 minus 10/15, and that's going to give me 2/15 more. Now, how many pages is that? We don't know. We have to know how big the book is. Which is a better buy? Explain your thinking. 4 cans for $3 or 8 for $6. So we have cans, dollars. I use my handy dandy ratio. 4 cans for $3. And over here we have 8 cans for $6. Can I get either the number of cans or the money? I can double it, right? If I double each one, this is 8, 6. So that means these are equal. They are equal. All right, down here, 5 cans for $6 or 8 for 10. So I have 5 cans for $6 or 8 for 10. So can I get 5 to 8? No. So I guess it would have to be 40 cans or $30. Why don't we do that by 30? So if I want, I can get each one to 30. So I can get this to $30 and I can get this to $30. I multiply by 5 here. I multiply by 3 here. So to keep the ratio the same, I have to multiply this by 5. That's going to give me 25. So if I spent $30, I get 25 cans. If I spent $30 here, I get 24 cans. Which one's the better deal? 5 cans for $6 is the better deal. All right, find the following. 1/3 of 27. That's going to equal 9. Because 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27. 1/12 of 60, or 1/12 times 60. You could say that's 60 over 12, which is equal to 60 divided by 12, which is equal to 5. Francisco and his mother bought some fruit yesterday. They bought 2.5 pounds of peaches, 10/10 of a pound of raspberries, and 1.25 pounds of apricots. How many pounds? So when I have 3 numbers like this, I want to see, because this is 2.5 plus 7/10 plus 1.25. So I'm going to be able to combine, and really I could split this apart, couldn't I? I could say that this is 2 plus 1 plus 1/2 plus 7/10 plus 1/4. So I just took those whole numbers and grouped them together. So if I look at these 2 would be the easiest ones to put together. All right, so I'm going to make, so I can combine, so I could rewrite this as, this is 3 plus 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 7/10. So this is 2/4 plus 1/4, that's 3/4. So we have 3 plus 3/4 plus 7/10. So now I'm looking inside here. Let's see, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So I can get the 20ths here. How do I go from 4ths to 20ths? Multiply by 5. So this is going to be 15 20ths. Double here. Plus 14 20ths, which is going to equal 3 and, what is that, 29 20ths. Oof. And I'm going to take one whole out, 20 20, to get 4 and 9 20th pounds of fruit. If you got that one right, well done. All right, everybody. If you need more practice, IXL is your friend. Remember, I put the link on Classroom that takes you to the unit, and you can kind of bounce around there.